Hello everyone, welcome to a new video in this series, Women Who Inspire. In this video, we are going to talk about Katia Krafft. Katia Krafft was a volcanologist and a photographer of volcanoes. Volcanology is a term used for the scientific study of volcanoes. So in this picture, you can see the Eiffel Tower covered in 3 different colors. Any guesses which country she was from? Katia was born on the 17th of April 1942 in Soussoha in northeastern France. From a very young age, she was fascinated with volcanoes and used to find them powerful and beautiful. At the age of 14, she decided to become a volcanologist. She studied physics and geochemistry at the University of Strasbourg. In the picture in the background, you can see the facade of the main building in the University of Strasbourg. It was at the University of Strasbourg that Katia met her future husband Maurice, and they got married in 1970. By the way, Maurice, like Katia, was fascinated by volcanoes. After their marriage, Katia and Maurice traveled around the world capturing volcanic eruptions in photographs and videos. When it came to studying and documenting volcanoes, Katia Krafft was completely fearless. So much so that she often got within just a few feet of a lava flow. She was the first to arrive at any active volcano and was envied by many volcanologists. On the left is the photo of the destruction caused by the 1985 eruption of the Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia. This eruption destroyed more than 5,000 homes and killed more than 23,000 people. On the right, you can see a photo of the Nevado del Ruiz volcano. In a few seconds, I'll tell you why this was an important event. In April of 1991, it was evident that the Mount Pinatubo volcano in the Philippines would soon erupt. There was an imminent danger to the lives of all those who were living close to the volcano. Katia Krafft sprung into action and showed the footage of the aftermath of the 1985 eruption of Nevado del Ruiz to the President of Philippines, Corazon Aquino, and convinced her to evacuate the entire area around Mount Pinatubo before its eruption that eventually took place on 15th June 1991. By doing this, she saved thousands of lives. On the left, you can see the eruption cloud a few minutes after the start of the climactic eruption. On the right, you can see Mount Pinatubo's large volcanic crater as seen on August 1st, 1991, formed by the major eruption that led to the collapse of the mouth of the volcano. The eruption removed so much magma and rock from below the volcano that the summit collapsed to form a 2.5 kilometer wide caldera that you see here. By the way, this was the second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. The most destructive volcanic eruption ever witnessed occurred in Indonesia in 1815. Mount Tambora, a stratovolcano, erupted with a VEI measurement of 7. This blast was so strong that it caused earthquakes, tsunamis, and pyroclastic flows that took thousands of Indonesian lives. VEI is an index that scientists use to measure and classify volcanoes, and it stands for Volcanic Explosivity Index, and it considers various factors like the volume of lava, gas and other emissions from the volcano, along with the height of the eruption cloud above the volcano's summit. More than 100,000 people were evacuated from the vicinity of Mount Pinatubo, including airmen from the Clark Air Force Base, a US military facility nearby. Soon after Philippines, Katia left for Japan to document the eruption of Mount Unzen. On 3rd June 1991, she, along with her husband Maurice and 41 others, set base at a low plateau about 2 miles from the summit of the volcano. According to their calculations, this was the distance from where they could safely observe and document the eruption. Unfortunately, this proved to be a deadly miscalculation. Soon after they had set up base, something triggered a huge pyroclastic flow down the sides of the volcano, and high-density mixtures of extremely hot, fragmented solids and expanding gases came hurtling down at more than 100 miles per hour towards Katia and her team, burning everything in its path. The temperature of the pyroclastic flow was close to somewhere between 700 to 1000 degrees Celsius, and Katia and her team were killed instantly. According to some reports, weather also played a factor here, as the top of the volcano was covered in clouds and the group did not see the collapse or the flow until it emerged from the clouds, and by then it was too late. Okay, so these are the photos from the Mount Unzen eruption on 3rd June 1991. A camera in the village recorded the video of the pyroclastic flow. By the time this video was captured, Katia and her team were already dead. You can clearly see from the photos how huge the pyroclastic flow was, and like I mentioned before, this traveled at speeds of more than 100 miles per hour, and there was never a chance for anyone near the base to escape this hazard. You can also see a person on the ground and what looks like an ambulance trying to move away from the flow. Over a period of 25 years, Katia and her husband documented and recorded volcanic eruptions and materials. Together, they shot more than 200,000 photographs and 300 hours of video footage. The videos they shot revolutionized the way documentaries on volcanoes were made. Well-renowned channels like the Discovery Channel and PBS used images and videos shot by Katia for their documentaries. Katia also left a big impact on the scientific community. The data that she collected from all her travels around the world were used by the scientists after her to enhance their research. Katia Krafft can be credited for not only making volcanology exciting, but also for leading the way to make sure that the people living around volcanoes were safe and well educated about their danger. Here's a quote by Roy Bennett that I really like. "You have two choices, to conquer your fear or to let your fear conquer you." And I hope by now you all know which one she chose. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Bye bye.